Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So in this video I'm playing Eternal Paradox. So this is a mobile free-to-play game. It's being published by Gala Games. This is a sort of an early sort of public build, so it's not available on the app stores. It's an APK. If you log into Gala Games you can download it. It's only available for another 2 weeks. So this is a 3-week sort of test. We're a week into it. This is sort of testing the basic sort of functionality. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that isn't sort of live yet, but I've sort of been fairly impressed in terms of the basic functionality and sort of how it's working. I imagine this was a Web 2 mobile free-to-play game that Gala bought and has added some NFT stuff in there. The NFT stuff actually seems quite light at the moment in terms of what's available in this build. But that's sort of fairly standard. I imagine they are testing non-blockchain things on this build. So it's a hybrid genre game. So there's an RPG, squad-based RPG element, and there's also like a 4X strategy element. So this is the starting point. This is your base. If I want to, I can go onto the field, and we can see here that's my fortress there. Obviously, other fortresses on there. These blocks that are showing are actually the NFT bit. So if I go and click on here, I can't in this level, but I could. It seems like maybe I could at some point purchase the land. So here, probably can't read it. It says season lease. So it's 5,000 of these gems. I do actually have 5,000 gems, but for some reason I can't do it because my headquarters isn't leveled up enough. But it looks like when I can do that, I can then look at the next button, permanently acquire that land by minting it as an NFT. So maybe some cost involved with that, I'm not quite sure. But we can see why might want to own land. I get a tax rate on that, I get some points, I get a ruin buff, a whole bunch of other land buffs as well. So you can see, people might want to own land to get a sort of get some resources on that, particularly guilds, I imagine. And you would probably want to move your castle, and have it in that land, and then I think the sort of the activity that's happening in that land, sort of, you get a tax rate on that. This is actually very similar to a game called Legends of Kingdoms, I think it was called, South Korean game that came out a couple of years ago, still live in it. They sort of redesigned it all, but I remember playing that, and you bought an NFT land, and then you got a sort of cut of the usage on there. That was a browser game. So here we are. This is just the general stuff you'd expect in this sort of city builder. So my guild hall here, as I just sort of unlocked, I need to upgrade that. So this is only level 1, so I'm going to do that for free now. Next one I'm going to have to wait. So wait for that one. Now it's free. So I'm going to upgrade that one, and then I'm just sort of going through here on these automatic sort of building operations, and just sort of selecting what it thinks I need to sort of upgrade. So I'm just sort of going through. I think it's choosing the lowest level ones. So I don't know if I can actually upgrade my head office. Let's have a look where we are with that. I need to do my academy. I'm not quite sure where my academy is actually. Maybe that's one thing I haven't done yet. Let's have a look. Where are we with the forge? Forge is where you make gear. No, my head office needs to be upgraded, so a bit stuck on some of those things. Let's maybe, what's this one? It's the tavern. Can I upgrade my tavern? No, head office needs. So some of these things. Not very good demos. So some extractors I can upgrade. Yeah, probably do those quite quickly. So there we go. You can spend a bit of time at the moment upgrading stuff. So there's that going on. There's some resources here that I can collect. There is my armies here. Which are these ones? So okay. So these are sort of basic armies. I can train some fire soldiers here. I can train some ice soldiers and some tempest soldiers here. So I'm training those up. I use those obviously in the 4X bit of the game. Let's go back and do this. So obvious sort of stuff we'd expect in this sort of game. There's the forge, which I can go into. I can't actually do anything here. I don't want to level it up actually. Where I can make gear. I haven't got the resources to do that, but there's various gears I can craft there if I have the resources. And then there's my mercenaries. So this is the RPG bit of the game. So these at the moment I have 5 of them. You can have 4 in a squad. Obviously, they have different attributes and different elements. So some fire ones there, a water one, and a dark one, I think. Looks like maybe I can level her up. Okay, and then they've got gear attached to them. So I've just auto equipped any gear. I've not gone into anything complicated there. The usual stuff with gear sets that you can do. So I would say, as with every hybrid game, probably the depth in the RPG bit isn't as deep as you would get in a single RPG, and the 4X stuff, the depth there isn't as sort of deep as you would expect in just a 4X game. Let's see if I can go and attack someone. Are there any weak people? Level 4. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. Let's have a go. So I can go and attack this. I think this is just it's not a player. This is just a bot. Can I even do this? Yeah. So I can choose some of my mercenaries here as well to go and deploy, and I can sort of just choose all my soldiers here. No, I don't know why I can't do any more. Maybe they're still training. I haven't got any. So, probably lose this one. Can't find... No, okay. I have to do level 3 one first. That's not a good example. Where's the level 3 one? Can I see any? That's not so good. For a demo, level 5. Come on. It's going to be miles away, isn't it? Level 7. There were some level 1 ones, but I think everyone's destroyed them. So... cut this bit out of the video. Okay, level 3 one here. Okay, no, it's a quarry. Okay, so I can go and at least go and gather some resources from here. So same sort of thing as attacking. I select my mercenaries. Okay, and some soldiers, and let's go and gather. So see, my troops will come bombing along here, and so quarrying is the same as fighting, although there's you're not obviously attacking other people, you're just going in there and getting some resources out there. So that's how the 4X stuff works. I'm gonna have to... oh no, how long that's going to last now. Details, let's have a look. Okay, so let's get them out of there because that's boring. Okay, let's get them to return. Okay, and final thing, let's quickly... what's going on here? That's what I got from the quarry. Let's quickly have a look at the RPG element here. So this is just... it's like, obviously single player, going through a pre-canned sort of linear level. So I just choose the ones I want. I'm going to attack. This is the final boss, not in this level, but in the... there's a narrative going on there, so at the end of this sort of section, I think she's the next boss I'll face. I'll just play this in auto at 2x speed. So they're just, doing this very early in this game. I've only played probably about 20 levels, so they're just sort of rushing through, doing their attacks. I could do this manually if I wanted to, but why would you bother? So you're just sort of basically grinding this sort of stuff out, and sort of obviously the end point of the game, or the meta of the game, is to sort of choose the characters you want in the squad, the 4 characters that have probably some sort of synergies together, certainly maybe in terms of elemental powers, and then you sort of gearing those up and leveling those up, even though you may have sort of other mercenaries that you have collected that you generally are not using because they're at a low level. So at the moment these are not... let's say I've only got 5 mercenaries, one of them's not leveled up at all, so I've basically not really got much of a choice with these 4. These are the best 4 I've got. So I'm just clearing off these guys. There is actually, there is a sort of plot line here, sort of lightweight sort of plot line that you're, the eternal paradox is going on in this kingdom, and you're obviously, as you do in RPGs, going to sort it all out, and you're sort of talking to various characters, and generally you unlock those as mercenaries as you sort of progress through. That keeps you going probably for a few hours, but obviously the long-term point of this game is more the 4X side of things. That's where I imagine that the sort of the long-term retention is going to be on that. So I get some XP, I get some wheat and some energy, and get a reward. So fragment of Bianca. So I could probably, I guess, level her up when I get enough of those. So there's Bianca there. There's her stats. So she's level 12. She's getting more XP over time, and she'll level up. I need some resources as well in order to do that. There's the gear, skill. Can't do that. I guess the awaken process is probably where I'm leveling her up there. And I need some normal awakening stones to do that. I haven't got any of those. So yeah, typical sort of thing where you have all these resources going on. So you have resources for your buildings, and have your resources for your characters, and then combining those two things gives you the ability to go around. and sort of power up, and guilds are a big part of that. I'm not in a guild at the moment, but obviously you could go create your own guild if you want to, or go and join one of these guilds and get that sort of part of the meta. So pretty, as I say, this is pretty polished as a game. Obviously, it's not really a blockchain game sort of per se at the moment. There's not a lot of depth in there. I don't even know if it's. I imagine it's not probably plugged into the blockchain, even if I could, get to that NFT, land NFT. Here it says NFT storage. So here I don't own any lands, so that's sort of how I click the flag. So that I assume this is sort of showing the wallet bit here, and that's why I think the land is the only thing that is NFT based at the moment. So anyway, but I have to say, pretty polished. I've been sort of pleasantly surprised. If this was all the game, you'd sort of worry it was a little bit. You'd worry a little bit about the long-term depth of this. There's a whole bunch of shop stuff in here that I could maybe mess around with, spend some of my the money I've got for free. So, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, thanks for watching the video. See you again soon.